I'm so excited because I am going to share some news with you, and I'm going to share some news with my grandchildren. And the news I'm going to share is about my decision to move to Paris, France. Hey, this is Natalie, CEO and founder of She's Taking Her Life Back. Yes, this is such a huge move for me. Oh my God. I'm still so excited. My heart is still racing. I really can't believe that I actually made a decision to move. I just can't believe it. I made a decision last week and said I am going. I'm going to Paris, France. And I chose Paris, France because I love Paris. As a little girl, that was always my dream to have my honeymoon in Paris because I like the little cafe shops, sitting outside in a restaurant. I just love the atmosphere that is laid back. Even in New York, when I was growing up, when I became a teenager, when I was in my 20s, I love going to the Village in New York because in the Village is where they had those little shops sitting outside at nighttime. It was lights and people in the streets, and it reminded me of Paris. When I made my decision to move to Paris, that made a lot of sense to me. So not only am I still going to get married one day and have my honeymoon in Paris, I am actually going to live there. I'm just so excited. I am so blown away. So each week I'm going to be sharing a different part of my journey, anywhere from what it's going to take for me to actually be able to go over to Paris, like getting a visa, getting a work permit, because I'm learning so much about Paris, because you just can't show up in Paris and say, I'm here. There's so many things that has to happen in order for me to be able to get there. So that's why I'm not going to be going to Paris till the end of next year. Also, I want to make sure that I'm here for my grandson's graduation from high school, and then I'm off to Paris. But you will find out the journey that I'm taking each week about, how I'm going to decide on what apartment that I'm going to live in Paris. What I've learned about how Paris is structured. And I love it because it's so simple, the way they organize the streets in the neighborhood. And I'm going to share that with you. And I'm also going to share about me learning French and how I'm taking those steps. So when I get to France, I will at least be able to speak the basic language. And just looking at the videos on YouTube myself about Paris, oh my God, I just can't wait. So today is all about introducing you to my journey for me to go from Atlanta, Georgia to Paris, France, is me taking my life back. It's my time. It's time for me to move on. I just got that feeling like I had when I first left New York City, where I grew up, and made a decision to come to Atlanta, Georgia. I got that same feeling now, but this time it is way in another country. I have 6 grandchildren. I have 5 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. And today I'm going to share with them the news that I am moving to Paris, France. So you're going to be able to see their reactions. And then I'm going to share some other things with them, because in order for me to go to Paris, I definitely want to make sure I save, which means I'm going to have to leave out of my apartment. And I've been living here 4 years, and I am definitely gonna miss living here. But because I pay like $2,000 a month for rent, I can save that towards my trip to Paris. So in 2 weeks, I am moving in with my oldest daughter, who lives in Atlanta also, along with my grandkids. So I'll be announcing that to them as well. And I can't wait to see their reaction. And lastly, I cannot wait to see the reaction of my granddaughter, because she doesn't know this, but I'm also moving into her room. I know me, I'm very territorial, which means I like my space. So my granddaughter can certainly be the same way. So I am definitely going to ask her what her serious opinion is about me moving there, because it's going to be a change for her. I'm going to be in her room. So you will hear all those reactions, responses. And my oldest grandsons, they're not here in Georgia. Both of them are in New York, right? So you're going to see them come on, one via FaceTime and the other, you're going to hear them via phone speaker. And then you're also going to hear from my daughters. I have 2 daughters, and I already shared the news with them that I'm going to Paris. I definitely talked with them first. And their first thought was like, Mom, go. But this is like a week later. So I want to really hear what they're feeling and what they're thinking now, because they had time to think about it. So I look forward to seeing you each Monday. So don't forget to, subscribe. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Not only am I sharing this journey because it's my journey, this is me wanting to inspire other women out there, particularly women my age who are over 50, because I'll be 60 in 2 months. I want to inspire you to live your dreams. If you've never lived out there in country, why not? If I can do it, you can do it. You don't want to live a life of regrets. And this is a reason why I'm taking this leap of faith. I don't want to regret anything. And I want to make sure, because I'm still young enough, that I can go out there and I can mingle and I can hang out in Paris. And who knows, I may find my Mr. Right. Listening to this, go after your dream. Live life. I am taking my life back, and I'm going to hold you accountable for taking yours. So follow me so you can see my journey. So hopefully it can make it easier for you to make a decision to go after your dream if your dream is to live outside of the country. I have 6 grandchildren, and this is 4 of them. And I have my oldest grandson on the phone now. And then once he's finished talking, I am going to switch over to my next to oldest grandson, right? Because today I have some news to share with them. But before I share the news, I want to be able to introduce them individually, all right? All right, starting with my oldest grandson. You want to share who you are?
20 years old.
All right.
Over in New York.
And we all actually from New York, except for this youngest one.
I am Zaire, of course, my grandmother's favorite grandson.
That's a lie. Why you lying? Why you lying?
I was in August.
I don't know why you all are arguing. I'm her favorite. I am 17, and as far as what I want to say, I just want to say that I'm very proud of you taking this step in your life.
Look at Kalia. All right.
You didn't introduce us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, next after Zaire is Khalil. Khalil, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Khalil. Policy. Grandma's a real favorite. I'm actually the smartest in the family. And just from out. And I just love beating up my sister. I love beating her up. I'm also 14.
14 years old?
Yes.
All right. Next under Khalil is my only granddaughter, which is Kalia. Kalia, you want to introduce yourself?
It's Kalia, right? And I'm 11. I'm the favorite. I'm actually the favorite. Don't talk about these other little boys. I said he was the favorite. Those imposters. I'm actually the favorite.
All right.
I'm the favorite out of everyone. From my grandma to my mommy.
All right. And under Kalia, we have Nasir. Nasir, introduce yourself.
My name is Nasir and I'm 10.
All right. So after Nasir, who doesn't want to be on here, we have my youngest grandson. You want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Brayden.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
What's this?
There's 3. And tell your name.
3.
Mm-hmm.
I older. I 3 and I love to beat Khalil up. Pick myself up and be stronger. To beat Kalia up. Mister.
Right, that's my mister. I call him mister. You want to show everybody your shirt? What does your shirt say?
Grandma knows best.
That's right. Grandma knows best. All right. I have some big news.
It's about money.
It's not about money. It's not about Roblox. Okay. Okay. The news is that I will be moving to Paris. So, Kalia, since you were the first one that said that, what do you think about me moving to Paris, France?
Who got the money to travel to go to our house?
Okay. So, what do you feel about? Because I won't be seeing you as often
Why
as I do
so
now.
far? What's wrong here? Why so far?
That's a good question. Why Paris? I was sharing with your mother and your sister, and they both know that Paris has always been my dream place to travel since I was a little girl. And I'm at the age now where I feel like I'm ready for a change in my life. So I want to move to a city and country that I love, which is Paris, France. And don't worry about it, because you guys are going to be coming to see me while I'm there.
I'm going to Paris here.
No, I
It's
just
gonna
have
take like 3 days to get to you.
Oh, God.
Our weekend is gonna be over before we even get
It
there.
don't take that long.
it.
Okay, Khalil, so how do you feel about Khalil, out of all the grandchildren, I was around you the most out of anybody.
There you go, I'm a favorite. There you go.
I didn't say that.
She
I did not say that.
in basic words, she just said I'm her favorite.
So how do you feel? Because you've been around me the longest and most often.
I'm really sad, but what makes me happy is that if you confirm that I'm your favorite.
You just want me to confirm you? Okay.
She just said yeah. There you go.
I just had to come on to ask the question, when did this video become about who's my favorite grandchild?
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah. Are you shocked by me sharing that I'm moving there?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a huge move. Yeah, it is huge.
I have to learn your language, and, you know.
Yeah. It's funny you said that, Michael, because on this channel I'm going to be sharing like my process of preparing to go to France, and even when I get there. So I'm going to be sharing about how I'm taking French lessons, because I started last week taking lessons. So I'm learning how to speak the language. It's going to be a big move. So are you coming to see me?
Yeah, I definitely want to go.
Yeah, and you know I'm going to pay you guys way. I'm going to make sure each and every one of you get to wherever I go.
Are you ready for them?
I'm getting ready. When I finally decided, which was last week, I was like nervous. I was like, am I really going? Before it's like moving, Michael, I'm kind of like you. I can just go. I'm not stuck any place. I'll move, but this is a huge move. This is a big one, and I'm ready. In order for me to save money, I am moving in with y'all mother.
What?
That's the other news. Remember, there's
What?
two things.
Bro!
Guess where I'm gonna be sleeping? And Kalia, I was talking to your mother because I was like, well, how's Kalia gonna feel about this? Because I was sharing with your mother, because I'm the type of person I like my own space. And I said, Kalia may feel the same way. So honestly, how do you feel about that, Kalia? Your honest opinion.
Oh, it feels weird.
Uh-huh.
Sleep with your grandma now.
Right, but that's different. I'm gonna be living there.
Oh, it's weird because, like, I have to, like, share the room.
Yeah. Right. And not only are you sharing your room, you're sharing your room with your grandmother.
Her favorite is the last one standing.
All right, hon, I love you.
I love you.
Tell your brother bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
All right. This is Zaire, because Michael just got off. So Zaire didn't hear the news. So let me announce the news to Zaire. Zaire, what I shared with everybody that I was moving to Paris, France. And I'll be moving there towards the end of next year. Okay, so yeah, Zaire.
What inspired the decision?
Because I'm at the point in my life where I'm older, and then, you know, my children are grown, they're getting settled, and I just had this feeling like I'm ready for a change. And it was the same feeling I had when I left New York to come to Atlanta, just ready for a change. And I want to make sure that I travel and I have no regrets. I shared this too, because I'm not sure how long I'll be in Paris. My goal is to be there for a year. If I like it, I'll stay longer. I definitely want each and every one of you to come wherever I'm at, because I want you guys to get the opportunity to see how it is living, you know, visiting outside of the country. How do you feel about that?
It's definitely a lot to process. You know, I'm definitely not gonna, you know, cry, because I'm definitely happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, like, okay, I didn't think that is a lot. Like, now I'm actually thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Are you happy about the decision?
I am. And so funny, you know, your brother Michael asked me how I feel about it. He asked me that too. And I shared with them. At first, I was really nervous. I'm like, am I really going to move to Paris, France? Really? And then when I finally was firm in my decision, I still was kind of nervous. And I'm glad that you came on. I'm glad I was able to contact you, because you're all the way in New York. And I wanted to make sure I shared this with all my grandchildren. And this is so funny. The first time I got all of you on one video at once. So I'm glad about that. So thank you for being available, Zaire.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right. Want to say bye to your sisters and brothers? We'll see you.
Zaire, when are you gonna give me your PlayStation?
Okay, bye.
No, what? No. What are you gonna... Okay, we're done.
You have the biggest news at everybody. Check this out. One thing you guys didn't ask me, you didn't ask me how long I was going to be living with you.
Yeah, how long?
And then you didn't ask me when I was coming there.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, I am moving there in 2 weeks. Moving there in 2 weeks.
Y'all really must hate me. Y'all hate me, bro.
Yeah, this is my only granddaughter. Come
Y'all
here.
hate me, bro.
She's supposed to love her grandma.
Y'all hate me. Like, you and mom, y'all hate me.
2 weeks.
Much.
You're not the
That
favorite.
much.
Guess what? Since I'm moving with you, so I have to make a decision about what I want to do with the furniture.
Just sell it and then give more money.
I asked him, I said, no, I'd rather my kids to take what they want out of the
Yeah, I'll
house.
take the TV.
Wait, I'm not finished. Sit down.
Kalia, chill
Sit
out.
down. Sit down. Now, Kalia, since I'm moving with you, out of all the kids, I'm giving you first choice on what you want in the house. So, do you feel a little bit better about me moving?
Yes, I love you, grandma.
I'm your favorite.
So,
I love you.
So, guys, I want you to say goodbye.
Bye. They're not. No one can see your ugly monkeypox face, bro.
Say
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This is my news, and the next part of this video, I'm going to be interviewing my 2 daughters about how they feel about me moving. But they already know, but I want them to share their feelings, all right? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. You see them? So my daughters are on right now. To hear what their thoughts and their feelings are about my move to Paris. All right, so I'm going to start with my oldest daughter. Kendra, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Kendra. I'm the oldest.
And then I have Janae also on the phone. Janae, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Janae.
I already shared with you that I was moving to Paris. And I didn't make my final decision until after I talked to the 2 of you. And your responses was, go ahead. Go ahead and move to Paris. But now this is like, what, a week later, a week and a half later? What are your thoughts and your feelings now that you had some time to think about it? Is it still the same? Has it changed? Anything you want to add to that conversation? Starting with Kendra.
I still think it's a great idea. I do have a few concerns. Being that we're so far away, it's not like moving from here, Atlanta to New York or something. Mm-hmm. It's like across the world. So that's a little nerve-wracking. That's about it. And then the fact that you're going to miss a lot of the grandkids.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to come back to you. Janae, what are your thoughts now that you had some time to think about it? Anything different you want to add? Or?
I feel the same way as before. The only thing, it's like same concerns Kendra has and like brought up, like if something happens, us being able to get to you in a decent amount of time.
Yeah, that's my concern. I thought about those things also. One of my concerns is my grandchildren. Kendra, I'm so used to them being here now. I feel like this is like, I feel like they're my children. Like I actually expect them to come over either every week or every other week. I honestly do. I've gotten so used to that now. So I was like, wow, when I moved to Paris, I am not going to have that experience with them anymore. We have FaceTime. It's not going to be the same, but we have FaceTime and phones and all of that. And Janae, I think Kendra and I started the conversation. Then you mentioned it about what you just said about if anything happens to me and how far away I am. So, in my preparation to move to Paris, I'm definitely going to think about to quickly hop on a plane or vice versa. You guys being able to come to Paris, in an instant if anything happens. Thought about that also. And Kendra, now that you're in Atlanta, after all these years of me trying to get you to Atlanta from New York, and then you're finally here, and I won't be able to see you as often because I get to see you more often than I do Janae. I can just call you and you can be here in a matter of like maybe 30 minutes. So that's pretty much over. But life goes on. Life goes on, and people do move away. And Janae, I don't even see you that often now that you're in Tennessee. But I think mentally and psychologically, just knowing that I'm far away from you guys is really gonna impact my life. But I definitely gonna miss you girls. At the same time, I want to make sure that I live my life because I'm getting older, and I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to have it while I'm still young to get around and travel and all of that. Definitely gonna miss you guys.
This is kind of like worst case scenario,
Mm-hmm.
but like, what if you die over there? Like, how are we supposed to get your body back over here?
It's so funny you said that, Janae, because I'm not dying till I'm 120. I'm gonna say that, but I actually thought about that yesterday. So I'm gonna make sure that I make those preparations before I move, like coming up with a plan about, if I happen to pass away, my burial, how would you guys get there quickly? How would you even ship my body back to New York? Because I would definitely not want to be buried in a country other than the United States. So I'll have to put that plan together. And yesterday I actually organized my binder with dividers and all of that. There's nothing in there, but they're going to be different sections, including my plan for if anything happens to me, what to do next. Definitely going to do that. That's why I actually wanted to take almost a whole year before I moved to Paris, because I wanted to make sure I dot as much I's and cross as much T's as possible before I move, that the plan is clear. Janae, my concern with you is that I would want to see you more often before I move. You know what I mean? That is well, yeah, I could do that. I can come see you too, but I want to make sure that happens. Kendra, I could see she's here. We have to make plans for me to come there to visit you, and vice versa.
One of my concerns for me health-wise is my doctor doesn't want me traveling, right? Flying longer than 4 hours.
All right.
Paris is longer than 4 hours on a flight. I guess for me, my concern would be how often, or I guess what an allowance, I guess I would have to speak to my doctor as far as me traveling back and forth. That was something I didn't even think about until the other day.
You're right. I forgot about that. But talk to your doctor, because my hope is that you could come to Paris, Kendra. I hope there's some way that you can do that.
Yeah. Maybe you can do like a layover flight. Yeah, I can do layovers.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely do layovers.
Okay.
So, that's an option.
Okay. That's a solution. Good.
Yeah, I can do layovers because I can stop and walk around.
Okay, that sounds good. And actually, flights are cheaper when you have a layover. The other thing that I wanted to share, having said that, is remember we talked about different timelines of you guys coming, because initially the plan was that Janae was going to move down with me when I go to live permanently for a month while I get settled and then come back. Yesterday she said, you know what, she'd rather come with you and I, Kendra, when we go to visit, because guys, that's the plan, that I plan on going to visit Paris before I move. I'm not going to make that leap without visiting first. So now the plan is that Janae and Kendra is going to come with me to visit Paris to see how it is. And the plan is to go in February. And that's because I researched the best time to fly and rent hotels. So it's going to be February 2023. So we have, several months to plan that. So yeah, that has changed. And I was telling Janae, I'm okay with that, because when I move down permanently, it's not like I'm going blindly. I would have already visited Paris with the two of you and got a little sense of what it's like. So I'm really comfortable with that. So that's good. And you know what? Because I have almost a year, there's going to be different feelings that's going to come up, or different thoughts that's going to come up that we didn't think about. Like Kendra, you mentioned your medical condition and flying. So we're going to be talking more on YouTube, more of these videos that's going to include you two, of course, and definitely my grandchildren about this transition. But yeah, I'm looking forward. What do you guys think about traveling to Paris in February to visit?
I am trying to see how that might work. Because February is right around the corner.
It is. I realize that it is. And because what else?
Well, Kalia's birthday trip is in March. That's mainly the biggest thing.
No, that's not the biggest. The biggest thing is that you get
I
married.
mean, the wedding is August, but that wouldn't stop me from traveling.
Well, what about because it's not like the flight to like $50 to go to Paris, because I'm being mindful of the cost too.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that would be my concern, especially because there's something every other month for this wedding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's my only thing.
Somehow we
So,
gonna make this
we'll
work.
figure it out.
Yeah. What were you saying about Kalia's birthday and her trip?
Her birthday trip in March, yeah.
Yeah. And we got to do that because she has brought it up to me like once or twice. And so we got to make that happen.
Yes. She has already been looking at videos.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That has to happen. I'm excited to see Paris, and now I can say I have somewhere to go often.
Yeah.
Country.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah. Wait till you hear your children, Kendra, because they touched on some of the topics that we just talked about today. I can't wait for you to hear it. And even with Michael also being excited, he's like, "Yeah, I want to come to Paris." So
Okay.
yeah, you'll hear what they all have to say. Yeah.
No, that was it. I think for now, probably as the months go by, we have more to talk about.
All right, Kendra. I'll see you shortly because you're here, Janae.
Yes.
And I'll see you. I just want to thank the both of you for coming on and sharing your thoughts and your feelings about me moving to Paris like a week and a half later after sharing the initial news that I was moving. So thank you again.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Talk to you girls later. I love you.